Alright, before we begin, I just gotta make a quick update. My channel just reached 4,000 subs! Holy shit, I didn't think this would possibly happen. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much for liking these videos and subscribing. I really appreciate your comments and feedback. This is such a huge accomplishment for me. Thank you guys so much. Holy crap. Alright, I wasn't actually sure what to do for my 4,000 sub special. Maybe a Q&A or something, but I just have to think about it. But in the meantime, we got 3 chapters to review, so let's get started with the Naruto chapter. Cue the intro! Hey guys, LunarSpawn27 here, bringing you Naruto chapter 668, The Crimson Springtime Begins. So the chapter begins right where it left off. Guy-sensei has decided to activate all 8 chakra gates if they have any chance to beat Madara. Kakashi and Minato try to convince Guy not to do this, Minato even going as far as saying that none of them wants this to happen, not even Guy's father. The very first time we ever heard of Guy's father, but okay. Lee then asks if Guy really has decided if the time has finally come, and Guy replies, "Don't look at me like that, Lee. At a time like this, you should just smile and watch." Lee then starts to cry, remembering the time that Guy-sensei gave him encouragement to become the best shinobi that he could be, telling him that he was like Lee when he was a kid, not being able to use ninjutsu or genjutsu, which doesn't make a lot of sense because Guy used the summoning jutsu like twice in this entire series. That's ninjutsu, I'm pretty sure it is, so what the hell, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But moving back with the flashback, Guy then tells him that just like Lee, he wants to prove that he could become a great shinobi. Believe in your own way and run down your own path. Become a nice strong man with a nice strong smile, just like me. With those final thoughts, Lee continues to cry. Guy gives him one last thumbs up and smile as he rushes forward towards Madara. Oh my god, the feels! Oh god, the feels of this chapter. It's just, oh god. sorry, I can't let this get to me. Okay. While Guy was rushing towards Madara, he presses his thumb on his chest, hitting a pressure point right on his heart, activating the 8th final chakra gate, Gate of Death. Eyes turn completely white, steam is emitting out of his body. Finally, gonna get to see 8 chakra gates mode after this flashback. Now, I know you guys are going to be really pissed with this flashback, but the thing is, this flashback actually isn't bad, really. I mean, compared to most of the flashbacks we've gotten as of late, this actually shows Guy's backstory and how he got the whole mentality of the springtime of youth. Although, in the first part of the series, it was usually treated as a joke. Now this is meant to be taken seriously. And it kind of sucks that only now, of all times, we actually get Guy's backstory. Not even like earlier chapters in previous arcs, no, it's just now. And another thing about the flashback is that it takes up most of the chapter. It's basically 10 pages long. So in this flashback, we're introduced to Guy's father, Might Die. I am not kidding, that is his name, Might Die. I see what you did there, Kishi. So in this flashback, Guy is 5 years old and he was trying to run 500 laps around the campus. The fuck? Guy's 5 years old, and even when he was young, he still do crazy ass exercises like that. Also, when Dai punched Guy in the face, is anybody else getting a sense of deja vu? Is it just me? Probably just me. Anyway, Guy seems to be unable to run 500 laps around campus, but his father tells him not to apologize, and that it's only natural. Both father and son hug each other, and 2 women witnessing this are completely weirded out over it, especially when they're wearing those weird tights. Their words, not mine. Even though Guy and Dai hears them, Dai doesn't pay much attention to what they said and just thanks them for the encouragement, even though Guy knows that they weren't even encouraging them. Now the flashback further establishes where Guy got his sense of style and the whole springtime of youth mentality. He got it from his father Dai. And it was also further established that Guy can't use ninjutsu nor genjutsu just like Lee. Dai then tells him, if you can realize your weak points, then your virtues will shine. Now you can see your taijutsu is shining brightly. This actually made Guy smile, but being doubtful, he asks his papa if he can become real strong. Dai then tells him that weaknesses also can be turned into strengths, giving out examples like being wordy is also a sign of politeness, being noisy is a sign of being busy, etc., etc. The two are interrupted by what looks like two Chunin or Jonin making fun of Dai, calling him the eternal Genin. So apparently Guy's father has been a Genin his entire life. That sounds kind of sad, really, but how the hell is Guy's dad still a Genin? Well, anyway, their words don't even bother Dai, but Guy is pissed off at them, so he confronts them alone, throws a rock at one of them, telling them not to make fun of his dad, and we cut to the Konoha hospital where Guy is being treated. So let me get this straight. Two Jonins, or Chunin, whatever, two ninjas, beat the living crap out of a 5-year-old kid who's not even a full-fledged shinobi himself? That's messed up. I know a kid threw a rock at one of them, but that doesn't give them a right to beat the living crap out of a 5-year-old. Well, anyway, at the hospital, Dai and Guy are there. Guy asks his father, when does the springtime of youth end? Dai tells him that as long as you never look behind you, it never ends. His answer only caused Guy to yell in frustration, saying that even when you die, you won't have the springtime of youth or anything. If all that comes right before you die, you could still get beat up by someone stronger than you. Dai then tells him that the true victory is not beating up someone strong, but it's being able to protect something that's important to you. This caused Guy to cry, saying that he just wanted to protect the springtime of youth that his father always talks about. This also caused Dai to cry, and they comfort each other one more time. We cut to several years later into the future where Guy is a Genin now. He's being taught by his father Dai the 8 inner chakra gates. However, since this technique is forbidden, Dai tells him that he has to give the technique a strict condition under which it will be used, your very own rule. The flashback then continues with Guy and his teammates, Genma and Ebizu, being confronted by the 7 swordsmen of the mist. I'd be excited over this, but this just reminded me that even though they were resurrected via Edo Tensei, their fights were skipped in the manga, and I'm still mad about that. At least in the anime, they added filler of how they were defeated. By the way, I recognize 3 of them since they were resurrected via Edo Tensei, but the other 4 I don't. I'm guessing that they were the predecessors before their successors got their hands on the swords. Now, it seems that Guy and his team were screwed, but Dai pops in to save the day, telling the kids to make a run for it while he buys them time. But Guy tells his dad that he is facing off against the 7 ninja swordsmen, meaning that he won't be able to stop a single one of them. However, Dai tells him that he still has the 8 gates release formation, the Gate of Death. Now, even though we didn't see him activate it, it's safe to assume that Dai used all 8 chakra gates against the 7 swordsmen to sacrifice himself to save Guy and his teammates. Now finally, 10 pages later, we get out of the flashback seeing 8 gates release formation, and holy shit, Guy is on fire. No, seriously, it looks like he's on fire. His body, his hair, even his freaking eyebrows. According to Madara, the red steam emitting from his body, which looked like fire, turned out to be vapor from his blood. So, when you activate all 8 chakra gates, your blood evaporates, creating this red steam. Oh, by the way, how the hell is Madara able to fly? Is that ever explained? Also, in the previous chapter when Madara said that if he saw red steam, he would be in some serious shit, in this chapter he's trying to play it cool, saying that the red steam looks like the color of the dried and rotten leaves of autumn scattering and falling in the sky. However, Guy disagrees, saying that they will become nourishment for the new fresh leaves, ensuring the fresh leaves bud and usher in a new spring is the climax of the springtime of youth. That is when it burns its deepest crimson. And in the next panel, Madara is on the ground, even though he was hovering in the last page, so he dropped down to the ground apparently, I don't know. Guy is right in front of Madara. He has this oh shit look on his face, and the chapter ends with Guy activating Night Elephant! Night Elephant? That doesn't sound very cool. I mean, if it was called Midnight Elephant or maybe Midnight Mammoth, that would have been more cooler. I mean, really? Elephant? I mean, I always thought it was going to be dragon, a creature that's even cooler. So, yeah, that is Naruto chapter 668. What did I think? Honestly, I thought the chapter was good. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like great or awesome. This chapter was basically building up towards Guy's character and releasing the 8th chakra gate, Gate of Death. The beginning, however, was emotional, especially with Lee and his brief flashback. He's about to lose his sensei, so it's understandable what he's going to feel. And even though the beginning was emotional, got me right in the feels, I was so looking forward to seeing Guy activate all 8 chakra gates. Now, I know Guy is not going to beat Madara, but hopefully he'll cause some serious damage on him, and then after that, he can die an honorable death. Now, even though Guy is not one of my favorite characters, I still like and respect him. Also, he is a kick-ass taijutsu user. But I will call bullcrap if Guy somehow survives from activating all 8 chakra gates, because it has been established ever since chapter 85, if you activate the gate of death, you die. Now, even though the 8th chakra gate activation was interrupted by a flashback, I kind of like the flashback because we get to learn more about Guy's character and how he inherited the springtime of youth. Oh, also the tights. However, I don't think the flashback should have been 10 pages long, which will piss off some fans because they want to see the 8th chakra gate activation, believing that this flashback was stalling thanks to Kishi, which is one of the reasons why we have this flashback. Unfortunately, this is the only time we've ever learned about Guy's backstory. I mean, we never learned it in part 1 or any of the previous arcs. It's only now at this point we learn about Guy's character. But one of the positive things about this flashback was the bond between father and son, Guy and Dai. I like the fact that Dai was not paying attention to what others were saying, even though they were making fun of him. But I also like the fact that Guy was willing to stand up for his father against these quote-unquote bullies. But I do want to know, how the hell did Guy, Ebizu, and Genma confront the 7 swordsmen? I mean, were they on a mission, or was this because of conflicts between Kiri and Konoha? Now, the 8 Gates released formation, it looks freaking awesome. I mean, Guy looks like he's on fire, but it was the evaporated blood. And his final technique, Night Elephant, it will look cool despite it not sounding cool. So hopefully it will be a freaking awesome jutsu. I don't know like how it could possibly top Hiradora, the Afternoon Tiger, but hopefully it will look freaking badass. So overall, I thought the chapter was good. The flashback, sure, it was long and felt like it was stalling for the 8th gate release, but it was still good overall, and we get to learn about Guy's backstory. I just hope that Kishimoto doesn't add more flashbacks to stall the fight even further. Oh, and one more thing. How come we didn't get to see Guy's mom? I mean, we get to see Guy's dad, but what about his mom? I mean, what the hell? So tell me, guys, what did you think of this week's chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? You think this flashback was one of the better flashbacks that we've gotten in a long time? Or did you not like it and just want to get straight to the action? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe to more videos. Also, be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So that is Naruto chapter 668. I thought it was a pretty good chapter, although there were times it felt like it was stalling. I'm going to respond 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.